नमस्कार सभी को, मैं हूं चैत्राली वांदे। मैं रशिया में 6th ईयर में मेडिकल स्टूडेंट हूं और मैं नागपुर महाराष्ट्र में है। So today we have a very special guest. Sir, please introduce yourself.
Hi everyone. I am Dr. Jude Amons. I am the professor and head of the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering from Karunya University, Coimbatore, Tamil Nadu, India.
So he has been in Samara since for 2 days, right?
Yes.
So how was your experience until now in Samara?
Yeah, it is. I would say it is a mixed emotion for me. That it is both positive and at the same time, I feel some difficulty also here. Positive in the sense the weather is very good right now. When I started traveling from my home, it was 36 to 38 degrees Celsius at my home. So I feel comfortable here and facilities available here is excellent, especially with the university. I interacted with the professors and they are very knowledgeable, and the technical advancements they have is much appreciable. And at the same time, the students are also much motivated towards research. This is one different aspect which I did not have in my mind. Whenever I think about medical students, I think about study, clinical practice. Study, clinical practice. But research is something different, which I say as a positive. On the other side, you have the language barrier. For the past 2 days, I couldn't communicate with anyone. Even the signboards, I am unable to read. And maybe it is their culture, it is their decision. But once I feel that if you can learn this language, or at least to 50 to 60%, I think this would be one of the best place a person can.
Sir, next question is, what is the importance of a research in a student's life, and whether students should opt for it rather than studies?
Science and technology is always for human beings, right? We have many inventions right from the beginning, and you will feel that it makes a person's life comfortable, or sometimes it will be a mandatory requirement for the human being. So how do we go for innovations and products and all these things? The basic mantra is research, right? Again, in engineering, it's all about research nowadays. Even a first-year BTech student should enter research to make sure that they develop something good for the benefit of the human society. But now I find that even medical students are, the MBBS students are also into research. Once they get into research, they can mix this medicine and engineering, right? Medicine cannot live alone, and engineering also cannot live alone. Only when they meet at a specific junction, then the human race would be benefited. For that, we need the support of both the physicians and the engineers. In my mind, or in my, at least in my opinion, I find that MBBS students are not much into research, but these 2 days have made me think in a different way. There is also possibility, and students are also exploring research to make sure that something good is done for them.
Okay. And sir, you said that you have been working with this university and with for the research for last 2 years online. Now you came first time. So what are the things on which you are performing your research, and how was your experience on that research?
Yeah, I was actually collaborating with the Neuroscience Research Institute of Samara State Medical University, and we were doing different works specifically on brain-computer interface. So when I say brain-computer interface, it is not more into a medical part, but it is on the technology or the artificial intelligence part of brain-computer interface. We were doing works on classifying motor imagery parts of human thought process, and then reconstructing the dream into some signals or images, capturing the data from the brain, and then analyzing with the machine learning, deep learning models to identify whether it belongs to a specific category or not. Because these decisions are very, very important to make sure that the subsequent stages, results, or potential can be fully taken. Otherwise, the first stage, if they go wrong, it is going to be completely tough to make products and other stuff. These are the works which we are collaborating with some of the professors here We have got some two high quality journal articles on magnetoencephalography based analysis. And also we have two core conferences. I was wondering because when medical students talk about uh, core conferences, these professors were talking about core conference, which I thought it is only for engineering and the computer scientists. But trust me, these people are good in that too, and they were looking for some core conferences. And we had two conferences, one in Singapore, NTU, and also another one in Taiwan, Globecom. They are core conferences, topmost, top tier conferences from the computer science point of view, and also from the medical point of view. Apart from that, I am also a visiting professor here for the past 1 year, and regularly we interact via online. And finally, they requested me to be here, and I am here
Finally,
now.
you managed the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Finally, I could manage time to come here, and the interaction was great.
So how are the professors, like, are they interactive? Like, because whenever people thinks about forcing an overseas study, the main doubt, the main difficulties first comes for girls, safety, and second comes like, will there be any kind of difficulty? Will there be any kind of racism? So in whatever experience you had in last 2 days, do you felt is there any kind of racism or this kind of thing that they don't love Indians like that?
I don't find anything specifically on the negative side, but I find these students, specifically the Indian students, are bubbling with energy. And I used to think that whenever a student goes to a foreign land for study, they will be lonely. They will be sitting aside and thinking about the homes and homesickness. But I don't think those days are gone by. You have plenty of seniors helping the juniors, a peer-to-peer learning or collaborative learning I could see in this environment. So there is no negative effect, at least in this campus, which I have visited. People are interactive. The only thing is the language. The only if you are comfortable, once you are comfortable with the language, then I don't think there is any negative racism or maybe anything to scared about coming to Russia or studying overseas. It's absolutely not there.
Last question, sir. I will not take much more time. Sorry, I took much of your time. Those students who are coming and who are starting their academic career, what do you want to say to them? Like, what they should do apart from studies and research? They should be indulged in other activities and other scientific conference. What role should they play in their all scientific conferences?
Okay. So first, I would like to say that the students should build their character, right? Nowadays, you find top scientists, top engineers, top medical professionals, all go taking a wrong way, which is not appreciable. First is character building. Doesn't matter you are in India or in other foreign land. Make sure that your character is one of the best. That's what I would always tell to my students. Apart from the character, then you need to build on how to apply stuffs in the real time scenario, right? When I was doing my BTech, it was all about theoretical stuffs, and we study theory and we come out. But I would advise the students, the first year students, make sure that whatever you learn in your academics, try to put that into practice. Anything which is kept in the shelf is not going to be beneficial for anyone, right? So your way of learning should change, right? You would have been fed so far with your plus two, with your 11th standard, then you go for NEET coaching, you go for JE coaching, all these coaching stuffs, everything is there, right? But we were living in a protected environment where self-learning is absolutely zero. So I would advise you make sure that take the contents from the academics and put it in the real-time scenario. When you learn in that way, doesn't matter whether you are a doctor or an engineer, it is always going to be beneficial.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It was really a great time to have a conversation with you. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I hope you will get a flourishing career, right? You will finish soon all your degrees with flying colors, and when you go out, you will be recognized as one of the best physicians in the world. Right? My blessings and wishes for it.
Thank you so much. What we need other than your blessings. Thank you, sir.